Hey guys, my name is Crazy Penguin, and this is Call of Duty Map Tactics. In this short series, we're going to be taking a look at all the new maps that were released with the Revolution DLC. And this one will be focusing on the map Grind. Grind is a skate park in Venice, California, and is a smaller map closer to the size of Slums or Standoff. There are a few longer lines of sight, but ultimately this is a close quarters map, and because of that I prefer to use SMGs and run around indoors. But I will occasionally use the outside lanes to flank from time to time. This is the map's layout. Take the time to get to know it. Knowing the map is actually what makes great players even greater, and it's one of the easiest ways to quickly improve at Call of Duty. Knowing where you will respawn if you happen to die and where the enemy is coming from is a huge advantage. First thing I noticed when I took a look at this map is that it's very similar to the original maps, with the exception of Carrier. You essentially have two sides to the map and three lanes to travel from side to side, and you can see them here. There are some other connecting paths, but for the most part, that's it. It's really that simple. You have two sides and three lanes connecting them. By looking at this map, I can tell you that the main spawn points are going to be at either end. So be careful when you get near those locations. If the majority of your team isn't with you, then you're probably going to run into some trouble. While you're playing, be sure to keep an eye out for these choke points. I know it's a lot to take in, and there's a lot of them that you see here, but think of it this way. You essentially have every entrance or exit to the main building in the center of the map as a choke point. So you're going to find most of the action there. Be sure to avoid sprinting through those spots and expect others to be there. This map is pretty straightforward. There's hardly anything to climb on, but there is tons and tons of waist or chest high cover for you to use. I mean, seriously, there is a lot of it. Another thing to keep an eye out for are the power positions. You'll generally find people hanging out in these areas for one reason or another. The first one is obvious. It's the window looking into the center kill box of the map, and of course, you have the counter to it from the other direction. Be mindful of the people who poke their heads out on these windows and punish them for it. There are two other okay-ish locations to catch people running on the outside of the map, but both of them have paper-thin walls of cover, so keep that in mind. Generally, you'll find most of your team and the enemy team running down the center of the map to meet one another, especially in domination when you're fighting over that B flag. I like to exploit that behavior and come at them from the sides, especially as an opening route. Run up either side lane and catch them off guard. Just don't be stupid like these guys. And now for my last two tips for this map. First is that just because you're indoors doesn't mean that you're safe from score streaks. Be aware and definitely use it to your advantage. And second, don't climb over this. It's like screaming, "Hey, I'm over here, come kill me." Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Map Tactics. Keep an eye out for our next ones covering the remaining DLC maps, Hydro, Downhill, Mirage, and the Zombies map Die Rise. You're always welcome to hit that big yellow button to subscribe, like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and click on any of the video thumbnails to see our other content. Enjoy the game!